What's going on, everybody? It's Afro Think Tank. Black woman says black men are not okay. Black men are not okay. And that's true. Because, like she's going to explain, black men have an impossible job. An impossible job. We are put in an impossible situation. You see, there are levels to subjugation. There are levels to discrimination, racism, terrorism, right? And the current climate that we find ourselves on the planet is everybody who is not a black man can find a benefit in subjugating and utilizing the black man's power for their own benefit. And no one wants to share with the black man because they don't think that they should have to share with the black man, because as the world is ruled by men and males who always seek to dominate others, the black man is a man that is very difficult to dominate because we are the dominating force. It takes a lot of energy to dominate a black man. It takes a lot of effort to dominate a black man. It takes a long, sustained effort. It takes systems to dominate a black man. It takes centuries of lies, coordination with other weaker groups, right? And to dominate black men. It takes propaganda to dominate black men, because the black man is the ultimate threat to all other men on the planet, as by nature, the women of all these other men are naturally attracted to the dominance of the black man. So because the black man has a natural dominance, he is naturally the enemy of all other men and systems other men create, because no man wants to have to be inferior to another man. No man wants to volunteer subservitude to another man. No other man wants to be second fiddle to any other man. But unfortunately, the way nature's checkings and savings is, the black man is the default blueprint. We have all the biological, physical capabilities on the planet that a hominid could possibly have. We are not specialized humans. We are all around, all be all. We are superior in the way we think. History can be our example. I don't have to be, this is not black supremacist talk. We are superior in the way we think because history has proven us to be correct and proven it to be true, as all museums have us, the black man, on display. All museums, every single museum on this planet that's worth its salt, that's considered prestigious, that has anything worth anybody going to see, for the most part, has the black man and his achievements and his accomplishments on display. So it reminds the world what the black man could do, but subconsciously, they're jealous. Black man is the only black man where other races of women make it their business to tell their men that that black man is better than them. What kind of animosity do you think that creates with all these other men? We are the most powerful and strongest and intelligent creature, male creature on this planet. Well, hominid, Homo sapien, because there are a lot of animals that are males that are stronger than us. But you understand what I'm saying. And so because of that, they have to subjugate us by default. And sometimes they're able to manipulate other marginalized groups against us. The model minority. Sometimes they're able to manipulate our very powerful and beautiful and strong woman against us. The black woman. They're able to create systems in order to disenfranchise the black man via the black woman. The welfare system. But that was a double-edged sword, because that didn't just affect the black man. That also affected the white man, because the white man's tactics are inferior. And every time they try to hurt us, they in fact hurt themselves 2, 3, 4 times over. And that's how they find themselves in the situation they find themselves in today. You see, every group of people has a point of sympathy that another marginalized group of people will say, okay, well, they're subjugated, but they're also victims of this and that. They're subjugated, but they're also victims of this and that. Therefore, there's a level of reprieve they get. The black man gets nothing. No one ever says, how does the black man feel today? How is the emotional state of the black man? How is the physical state of the black man? Has the black man had the ability to recover yet after the transatlantic slave trade? Have the black man gotten off the battlefield? You see, a warrior can't fight forever. And the black man has been in the front of the battle the entire time. Not once have we had an opportunity for any R&R, any rest and relaxation, to go back to the back of the ranks to recover our lactic axis, to get a drink of water, to get something to eat, to re-energize and get back on the battlefield. We've been consistently fighting and being attacked this entire time. And every weapon manifested by this savage barbarian, every tactic manifested by this Loki has been used against us continuously for centuries. The pressure of the world has continuously been on the black man's back. We have not had a break. And no one, other than the black woman, has ever appreciated us. You see, only our black women can appreciate us. The ones that didn't fall for the deception of the white man. The one that didn't fall for deception of the white systems. You see, they the only ones who can truly appreciate a black man. Now, yes, there's some other women who recognize what it is that we go through. They can try their best to recognize and understand the pain of a black man and the struggles we go through, but only a black woman can understand it because they're the only ones who have had that same pain. But in their own way, they struggle because they are, in fact, black and women, which is another thing all of itself. But being a woman, there's certain levels of what we may consider privileges or leeways that they have been given. And some women who are woke enough to understand that they were given those to make them cogs in the machine, not because, because they, it's natural. They will have been used as tools against us, just like everything else. And the black man doesn't have anybody else they can lean on. The black woman has the black man to lean on. The black man only has the black man to lean on. And even black men don't seem to have too many black men to lean on because we're not okay up here. Not all of us are okay up here. So who does the individual black man lean on when we have hard times, when we need to cry, when we need to take a break, when we need to just rest and not be hard for a while? We can't be hard all the time. We can't be rough and rugged and tough and pillars all the time. Sometimes that pillar need to be rebuilt. Sometimes it need to be reinforced. But black men are the only ones who can do that for black men. But if we not okay, who gonna do it for us? It's our black women. It's left up to them. And they've done a great job holding things down while the black man has been damaged. I just want to be honest. I don't want to say that they've been, tools complete. They haven't been used. They have not allowed themselves to be used as tools in complete and totality, but some have. Just like some black men have been used as tools to destroy other black men via Clarence Thomas. But I just, I appreciate the fact that there are black women out here who understands that the black man is not okay, and it's okay to say that you're not okay. Because we are not Superman as much as everybody else think that we're Superman. As much as everybody think that we don't have pain, that we don't feel emotional stress, that we can just keep going and going and going. Sometimes we need a break too. And we need somebody to tag us out and let us take a break. And I appreciate our black women who are strong enough to do it, because only a black woman is strong enough to give the black man a break. But at the same time, we need more black men that's going to give other black men a break. And we definitely need the empathy of the black woman to feel for us and to make us, to rejuvenate us, to regenerate us when we do, in fact, take that break. Anyway, you tell me what you think in the comment section. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn some T-Zone. I'm out.
People don't realize is black men have the most unimaginable task that there is, and that is being okay when you're not okay. I want you to know that black men have never been okay. There are outliers, but black men have always had to put on for everyone around them. They've always had to be strong. They've always had to acquiesce when everybody else was breaking around them in order to make everybody feel comfortable, because God forbid if they break. So if you know a black man, love a black man, or in community with a black man, listen to them, encourage them, affirm them, tell them you love them, let them vent, listen to them, encourage them to go to therapy. And most important, just like we say all the time, protect black women. We need to protect black men, and not only their hearts, but their minds.
I agree, therapy was not built for black men. But let me tell you why, because I don't think a lot of people talk about this. Not to be confused with, can black men benefit from therapy? Absolutely they can. It just was not built for them. Most therapists are trained in a framework that was developed and tested on a very specific population. And then when we apply those same frameworks to black men, we wonder why they don't work. Most therapists don't realize before a black man ever sits on their couch and utters a word, black men have spent their entire life managing how the world sees them. Society tells us that they're dangerous, so he's made himself look smaller in public spaces. Society has said black men are a threat, so he has learned to monitor people's body language and their facial expressions. Society has said that he's lazy, so he's learned to work twice as hard as his counterparts and never ask for help, because then he's just confirming what they've already thought about him. So he walks into a therapy office and you have a therapist who may or may not have done their cultural competency work. And so they see a man who is guarded, who is resistant, who is avoidant, and now they pathologize it. No one has ever stopped to ask what happens when he actually lets people see him, when he's vulnerable. Has he ever felt safe? Has the world ever told him that his feelings matter? Cultural competency isn't just knowing that black people exist. It's knowing that he's carrying the exhaustion of having to walk into a room and prove his humanity to everybody that's around him. He's carrying generations of being told that his pain is not worthy of attention. Now you want him to be vulnerable with a stranger for 15 minutes and they're going to charge you $200 at the end of the session. I absolutely believe that therapy has a cultural competency crisis. I think that we're the problem, and black men are having to pay the price in their relationships and their marriages and their lives with their mental health. But this is also why representation matters so much and why it's important to have a therapist that looks like you. Even though I do believe that women do a better job of counseling black men than men do, for a different reason when it comes to vulnerability. But I just think that it's so important to have somebody who understands your world and where you come from, because it's not a luxury, it's a necessity. Everybody deserves healing and for them to be understood for everything that they've been carrying. But I see all my black men out there, and I will do everything in my power in order to help any way that I can.
Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan!
Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.